So Dave's killed him. I've made sure he's dead. And Adsmith just taken anything he's got on him. Like, yeah, you don't need that guy anymore. Thank you very much.
You might as well go for the neck because you love to cleave every head off. So you might as well have a crack. Can I stand just outside the tree line just to keep my eye out?
Right. Well, I'll tell you what. Then I'll take the axe and I drive it into his chest and just hold it in his chest.
You cleave through this guy's skull and split it in half.
But do a freeze and shatter it.
The ice makes it less of a mess, and clearly freezes portions of this guy's face, but no, it doesn't freeze and shatter his face.
Dave, can you just keep chopping away at it?
Keep chopping.
It suddenly turned horrifically barbaric. Let's hack until midday.
You know, hack until midday.
Okay, maybe an hour.
A large rat. Now that's door through anything. I'm gonna get a large rat.
Cool. You summon the large rat, and for 12 seconds, you order it to nosh down and eat this this body. So the rat begins to chew through. What do you order him to specifically eat?
The larger part of the body.
Okay. So he starts to gnaw at a rib, bites it in half, takes some big chunks out of this guy, and then disappears, and the contents of the dire rat's stomach falls to the ground. Doesn't take him with it when he leaves.
So, what? So we just got more mush now?
Well, at least we can bury it.
It'll do.
I just want you to know you've spent 40 minutes killing a guy and burying his body.
Shall we crack on?
All right.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's go. This is what happens when, we know what happens when we don't cover our tracks.
What was it the other week? Like that bloody troll?
Prep, yeah. You guys heading back to Thrin then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
All innocent in that. Okay, make sure we put foliage over that guy's body and stuff.
The Jarl is dead. Unexpectedly. Died this winter. No known cause, just dead. A messenger came through to the village that you were all staying in, a place called Halt. And in Halt, there's the chieftain Sved. Because the winter's been so hard up, he sent his men away, and they've gone to plunder. So they're less mouths to feed, but also as well, hopefully they'll bring back things come the spring. So he's hard put for men at the moment, and he gets this message through saying that Jarl's died and the vote needs to be cast. This is incredibly important that the chieftains attend, because otherwise you get the wrong Jarl on the throne. And the Jarl gets to make all the big decisions, like when they're going to go to war, if there's a sort of ice giants invading, how are they going to plan the defense? He's the person who can summon all the armies in the land. So if the wrong chieftain or the wrong Herser becomes Jarl, then that spells problems. This will last us Ulgri's Hall. You did a few favours for Ulgri, and then you decided to take a boat to Thrin. The boat has sailed all the way from an island called Svard, which is the biggest island in off the coast of Norvald, filled with sort of the most important nobles. So you got on this ship filled with merchants and Viggo Karlsson, who is the youngest son of the previous Jarl, and you guys hitched a ride with him. On the way, you encountered a mysterious dancing hut blocking the way of the river, and you basically were tasked with moving it out of the way. You attempted to find its owner, which you did, which was a wicked winter witch, who have very bad reputations amongst the folk of Norvald. They're known as being dangerous, evil witches who cast curses and eat the hearts of men. And this lady wanted in return from you an amulet that Olgr had given you at the start of the session, claiming it to be a magical item, but not telling you the nature of the magical item. You guys didn't give it up. You decided instead that you might fight the chicken, but you overheard the giant hut with chicken legs dancing. Instead, what you did is you overheard some sailors, and they were talking about how normally if they had a few more people on the boat, that they'd just get it up on shore, drag it out of the embankment and move it by. So after you overheard that, you realised you had an interesting potion, a potion to turn one of you into a giant, which you then did, and you dragged the boat past the dancing hut, therefore not having to fight the Winter Witch or the giant dancing hut. So you avoided that danger completely. You've just pulled in to the outpost at Thrin, and you see, well, can I have some perceptions off you all, please? Our adventurers are escorting the chieftain's fed to vote for the next Jarl at the Great Moot. Already, they've faced lots and lots of different obstacles. Last session, we encountered lots and lots of skeletons, and we are just finishing them off right now. I'm your Dungeon Master, Paris. Let's play. Last session, we encountered some stories from the past, and also, as well, a waylaid caravan. I'm your Dungeon Master, Paris. Let's play.
Is it bad that I've just all of a sudden thought that we could have avoided this entire troll fiasco if Lee had just summoned a horse and dragged that other cart out the way to where we're going?
It could do. Do we actually need to kill this troll?
It's a good point. It's a good point. At no point have I said you need to kill this troll.
After an hour and a half in, do we need to kill this troll? DM, is it possible to do a quick save about now?
No, if you die, you die.
Oh.
You hear the arrow and it just goes as soon as it hits into the horse, and you hear a crash. Can I get perceptions off all of you? So the troll goes first, and it leaps out.
Oh no.
And immediately sees the skeleton and the horse and goes for it, triggering both of the traps. So one snaps shut on this creature. So it clamps over his foot and immediately starts raking at his skin. And the troll is sort of pinned to the place where you've set the trap. Last session, we encountered a dangerous troll, some fire, and some gold. So to summarize last time then, so you all arrived at Thrin, the place where all where the chieftains and the hearses are all holding this vote to decide who's going to be the next big man in charge, the next Jarl or king, if you will. Everyone started to arrive. You guys are a little early to the event, and Sved's done that for a reason. Sved has asked you to retrieve his family's axe that he lost at the last Great Moot. He had a bet with another chieftain where drunkenly he tried to throw his axe across the length of the gorge. Obviously, it's a gorge, and what happened is he threw it and it plummeted straight to the bottom, where it was found by the brownies and given to their god, the rock god, the god of the earth. You guys were requested to find it. You have done some dealings with a trader, scaled down a cliff, and you've ended up on this little island and given lots and lots of food to these little brownies. Whilst you were trying to retrieve the axe, which you did by trading in another magic item that you've got, a gentleman with a tri-corner hat, who you can assume is probably part of these bad guys wearing tri-corner hats, he was spotting you, and you basically fired some arrows at him, and he attacked you. Mortally wounded quite a few of you, so you're all very low on health at the moment, and you have just defeated him. Hi, welcome to Pathfinder Norvald, a homebrew Pathfinder campaign based in a land of ice and snow. We are joined by our three players. We have Lee, who's playing Giles, who is the human cleric of the evil god Nex. We've got Dave, who is Angelus, who is the cunning rogue of the group, and we've got Ad, who plays Ulf Trolls, who is a mysterious half-elf ranger. So that's the party. Our party are currently, they've escorted the chieftain Sved to Thrin to vote for the next chieftain. They've currently retrieved Sved's axe, and they have got into a fight, been injured quite a lot, and they are now at a camp where they've been healed by a priest of Nex, and they've slept at his camp. So let's see if they wake up alive. So last time you guys found a treasure hoard, which you were sent to by Sved, who is the chieftain of your village. You committed quite a serious crime, a murder, for the priest of Nex, Magnus. And Lee, we left off with you receiving a interesting item, a jar covered in paper, which you tore back and saw inside there was a red fluid, and swimming in that was a eyeball that was bumping against the glass of the jar, staring at you eerily. Intrepid adventurers have escorted their chieftain to the Great Moot to decide who will be the next king. They've discovered the long-lost axe, Icefang, they've unearthed ancient elvish treasure, and they've spent a small fortune on healing potions. We're joined by our heroes, Ulf, the half-elven ranger, played by Ad, Angelus, the human rogue, played by Dave, and the twitchy sadist himself, Giles, the half-elven cleric of Nex, played by Lee. I'm your Dungeon Master, Paris. Let's play.